Shalom Israel. First, want to start by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, HaKakwadash. Double honors into the elders, apostles, and bishops, the GMS Great Millstone, who rule well, teach, and edify. And peace and blessings to you, hopefully like document Akwat in his household of faith. My name is Yeshaya from the AZ Church, Adawan Ratazak, and to make an edifying video. Just going into this this refugee that got attacked on the train by some young nigga. All right, and it hit the news, and everyone, thought it was such a tragedy, which it is. It is a tragedy, but you got to know, too, through the scriptures that shit like that is going to start happening more and more, okay? You have to be looking over your shoulder. You got to, tell your family, hey, be careful. Shit ain't fucking 19, you know what I'm saying? Shit is not like the, I don't even know what to compare it to. Like, I wasn't alive during the year, but apparently, like, the 1960s or some shit, you could just have your kids walking around. You can't do that shit now. They gonna get snatched up and Chapo gonna take their ass. All right? And even yourself. There was a brother in L.A. A while back, probably a few months ago, like 6 months, that got attacked. He got attacked, some fucking devil, which was more than likely an agent. I believe it was an agent. Ran up on him and tried to kill him. He had a knife and he went for his neck, but that brother was able to escape that and get him off. But shit, if he wasn't paying attention, if he wasn't being circumspect, that could have been his ass. But he spotted him. He had eyes on him. So when he ran up, he was like, all right, bet. Like, I know what's going on. And this is the type of shit that's going to start popping off. Bros that ride like, public transportation, sitting in the back, peeping what's going on, things like that will be, it will behoove you, and even just going out in public places. Like, even if you're in a bougie or a so-called bougie place, you still have to be on guard because there be niggas in the cut. All right. And this woman, just faced the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, on the left-hand side. The Lord put the spirit on this nigga to do that shit. He got demons on him. And you can see, if you watch the video, I'm not going to play the video, but if you watch the video, he was kind of like contemplating it. He was thinking about it. And this is premeditated murder. And he was fucking like, like messing with his face, like, damn, like, contemplating whether he should do it or not. And them demons got a hold of him. Them demons, got stronger than his flesh. And he poked her, and she wasn't paying attention on this shit, on nothing. She was just sitting there on her phone, eyes down on her phone, not looking at nothing, not looking at nobody, not keeping eyes on nobody. And that's another thing too. Like, don't be interacting with young niggas. Leave them the fuck alone. They're like animals. You don't know what the fuck could happen. Honestly, I would rather be in a cage with a fucking, I don't know, maybe like a brown bear or something, or a black bear, than have to be stuck in a room with a young nigga. Because you never know what the fuck could happen with them, bro. That's how animalistic they are. And them niggas are dangerous, straight up. I don't give a fuck if that nigga's 5'6", $110. That motherfucker got about 15 to 20 pounds of straight heat in his pocket. Or some type of disposition to do something bad, bro. So, just getting a few precepts on this. So, Ephesians 5:13. Wait, hold up. Yes. It says, on the 14th verse, it says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and a Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. And we are in those days, man. Redeem the times. Keep your head on a swivel, man. Let's get that word circumspect in the etymology. To literally look about on all sides, cautious, wary, deliberately guarded, well considered. Look around, take heed. All right, so don't be arrogant to think that this shit can't happen to you, bro, because it very likely can. For Lord forbid. Deuteronomy 28 and 66. And this is a part of the curses. This is life here in Babylon. And guess what? Since we're coming to the end, shit's going to start amping up. It's going to get more and more intensified. These vengeful spirits are going to start waking up. So even in this life that we live in, these curses that are in right now, where it says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. Even in that, when we get to the time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be amplified. And when the scriptures tell you it's going to be a time like no other, this is a time that's worse than the Holocaust. This is time that's worse than Hiroshima, Nagasaki, World War I, World War II, Antiochus Epiphanes. This is going to be worse than anything that we've seen before, that humanity has seen before. So with that being said, kind of keep that in the back of your mind when you're moving them out, because shit is about to, pop off, man. And then the last one I wanted to get is vengeful. Sirach 39 and 28. It says, the spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And ultimately, the scripture's not saying, Isaiah, I create peace and make evil. All right? Be circumspect and fear the Lord. Fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. If you have this truth, you have a hedge of protection upon you that keeps you safe. So keep that. But also, while being in this truth, don't tempt the Lord by just acting like you're Mr. Invincible and shit. Look around. Be circumspect. If a nigga is walking weird, walk away. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Okay, but I pray this lesson was edifying. On the last to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rakakudah.